All right. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear up in the joint. Y'all come on in. Let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear up in the joint, man. We're going to get ready to do this right quick. Let me get over here to the joint. We'll make it public. On page. Private. King Ray Ray joint. All right. All right, man. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. What's good, my brothers? What's good? See you in the building. SJ3. Markel. What's good, young homie? Mr. J. I see you. Travis. What's good? Lax. What up? Zoe. Dr. Noble. Good to see y'all, man. Leo. I see you, man. Miami Soldier, what's good? So look, man, we're gonna simulcast this to both channels, man. This is a King Ray Ray event. So if you want to be privy to this type of content, then subscribe to the King Ray Ray channel. It's the real King Ray Ray, the only King Ray Ray. If you type in King Ray Ray in your YouTube search box, I'm gonna be the first one pop up. So go ahead, subscribe to that channel because I won't always simulcast these to both channels. So if you want to be hip to what we got going on in the kingdom, go ahead and join up. Also, if you want to be a member of the live chat on the King Ray Ray channel, go ahead. Same thing you do on the BOA channel. Subscribe. Next to the subscribe button, you'll see a join button. Go ahead, click that join button. Go in, become a member, and you'll be able to be in the live chat because every single live stream on the King Ray Ray channel is just as the BOA channel. It is members only and members only chat. Rather, you can listen, but you can't be in the live chat unless you're a member. Same thing with the BOA channel. But as this is a King Ray Ray channel on the BOA channel today, we will leave the chat open. All right, man. So let's get into this. One of the main questions I get is how to stop depending on people to make you happy, or how do I find joy, or why do I have all of these things and I'm still not happy, or why is it that everyone in my life is happy except me? Or why am I dead set on making other people happy? Basically, how to stop depending on people to make you happy. Now, that can go one of two ways. The first way is you let your relationships define and validate you. Like you feel good about yourself because of the type of father you are. You feel good about yourself because of the type of husband you are. You feel good about yourself because of the type of son you are. You feel good about yourself because of the type of big bro you are, because of the type of leader you are. Everything about you is tied to your interaction with people. And so pleasing people is how you validate yourself. If you allow your relationships to validate and define you, then you're a people pleaser. I know that sounds harsh, but it's the reality. You are a people pleaser. So what we should talk about is how to stop being a people pleaser even when you're in a position of power in your life. See, people pleasing is for people who are trying to get ahead and people are there who can help them get ahead. When you establish yourself in the life that you want, not the life that society tells you to establish, when you establish yourself in the life that you want, you shouldn't be a people pleaser. The benefits of being a people pleaser are gone at that point. People should be trying to please you at that point. The reality of it is when you can't stomach facing the world from your own perspective, like each of our journeys into life is a solo journey. Yes, you have people who help you along the way, people who try to hinder you along the way, but it's your journey from birth to death. It is your journey. Everyone in your life should be contributing to your journey. You, as a man, you don't have the time to contribute to other people's journey. You got to be contributing to you got to be leading your own journey. Now, do you help people along the way? Yes. Those who are striving as hard as they can, you help them, but you do not base your life on your relationships. So the first thing is don't let your relationships define and validate you. The second thing is this: most of you are already happy. You're sitting around here complaining about not being happy when you're already happy. But things like social media and this popularity chase in society where everybody's showing everything, whether it's real or fake in their lives, that has made you start to do the one primary crime that you could do against yourself, and that is you focus on other people's lives and your perception of their happiness. A lot of times you don't even know if they're happy. You just focus on their lives and you look at your perception of what their happiness is, and then you juxtapose their happiness against your happiness, and their happiness seems better. But why does their happiness seem better? Because you can look at their happiness and enjoy it from the outside without contributing any of the hard work to it. Yes, some happiness over there always looks better if you don't focus on the process of progress. You have to focus on the process of your progress in order to appreciate your own joy and happiness, because you can look around at anybody else and see what they have. You can look at somebody who has some money or won the lottery or has some money passed down to them, and you'll look at them and say, okay, well, their money, they're enjoying their money, they don't have to work as hard. Okay, when you start complaining about the work it takes to become who you want to become, you might as well go sit down. You are telling joy and happiness, stay far away from me, thou enemy of mine. Joy, thou enemy of mine. Happiness, thou enemy of mine. Stay away from me. Joy and happiness will destroy my life. That's what you're telling yourself, because it takes work for that. Your own personal satisfaction should be based on individual goals, personality, and your own connection with the Most High. It should always be based on that. Anything else, if you find somebody who wasn't happy till they got money, they still not happy. They can just buy enough stuff to not think about how miserable they are. If you see somebody that's always buying new stuff, always buying it, that person isn't happy. That person has always found their happiness in other people's validation. And the more money you have, the more validation you can buy in your mind, the more acceptance you can buy in your mind. But none of it pans out to true joy and happiness. True joy and happiness is based on a self-respect that you have. There is no self-love without self-respect, and without self-love and self-respect, there is no happiness and joy in the cards for you. You must respect yourself because you were there watching yourself grind through whatever you had to grind through, make it through whatever you had to make it through, deal with whatever you had to deal with, fight through whatever you had to fight through, last through whatever you had to last through, be patient through whatever you had to be patient through. Only you were there every step of the way. So let's settle down a little bit and get into this thing. We're gonna settle down just a little bit and get into this thing. Again, if you want a content like this, subscribe to the King Ray Ray channel. This is where you're gonna find it. You know what the BOA channel is about? Okay, this is what the King Ray Ray channel is about. Subscribe to the channel. It's the realest place that you can be on this particular platform. You understand the name King? You know what King means, and you also know what Ray Ray means. So for God to choose a Ray Ray to be a king, you know you want to be in that place. Salute to the brothers in the building. Now, before we get into it, got a couple of super chats here, man. Let me catch these right quick. Just a couple. Just a couple. Giannis, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the 5 bone. Peace and blessing. Still watching in Qatar. Took your advice on the ex-wife and staying focused on the relationship with the Most High. Blessings, brother. Blessings. Blessings. Strong move. Strong move. Cam got insight. Salute, man. Appreciate the 5 bones. This is God tier knowledge. Salute, Dr. BOA. Helped my life tremendously. Salute, brother. Salute. Keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. I appreciate you brothers being in here, man. All right, so let's get into it, man. Here's the thing I want you to understand about people. And again, today's topic is how to stop depending on people to make you happy. How to stop being a people pleaser. How to stop letting your relationships validate and define you. Let me tell you something. When you let your relationship validate and define you, it puts you in a bad marriage. It puts you in a bad friendship. It puts you in a bad work relationship. Your employer don't respect you, or your employees don't respect you. It puts you in a bad spiritual relationship where the people around you don't even believe in the principles you say you stand on, because you are too busy trying to validate yourself with pleasing them instead of validating yourself, pleasing yourself with and with pleasing the Most High. When a man's life pleaseth God, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Or he takes care of his enemies altogether. Beware, thou enemy of mine. Now, let's get into this. Here's the thing about depending on other people to make you happy. Most people aren't happy themselves. So you're dependent on people for happiness. They're not happy. The people that you provide for, they're not happy. You make them happy. You're seeking to your happiness from people that you make happy. The people that you guide and lead, their happiness is based on what you give them. You can't be the supplier of happiness. You can't be, let me put it like this. You can't be a vessel that God worked through to supply people with happiness and then look at those same people to get your happiness. Your happiness comes from living a life that's pleasing to God, man, from living a life that's pleasing to the Most High. And here it is, man. These people dress up and act up to cover their misery. They always looking good. They always talk. Hey, listen, they are so happy on the outside. Anybody who expresses that much joy on the outside is trying to cover up the misery on the inside. We're men. We ain't hee and ha and all the time and having fun. It's just a hard life. It's hard life being a regular man. It's doubly hard being a godly man. A godly man with any level of success has the world as his oyster. It takes discipline to not go out there and open all those oysters and get all of those pearls that are out there for you. Your happiness is the blessings that come from God respecting you and appreciating you and loving you for being the type of man you are. So these people aren't happy themselves. They dress up and act up to cover their misery. And then here's the catch. They invite you in with fun and lull you away from your calling. Their life looks so much fun. That's how you have a man who doesn't indulge in alcohol and then suddenly he does. That's why you have a man who isn't out running the street chasing women and suddenly he is. That's why you have a man who is grinding and taking care of himself and then suddenly he isn't. That's why you have a man who is honoring Sabbath and honoring these things that God says honor, and then suddenly he isn't, because he has been lulled away and lured away from his calling with fun. You know what's fun to me? Peace of mind. There is nothing more fun than peace of mind. There's nothing more fulfilling than peace of mind. Knowing that when I get out and face the world, I have a weapon with me named God that will help me shine above any enemy of mine. That is what fun is to me. You go have fun, go party, go hang out, go run around with the women, have whatever fun you want to have. But I'm going to tell you, when I wake up every day and know that I can go out into this world and ain't nothing going to happen to me, that my enemies can't touch me, boy, what's more fun than that? What's more fun than moving through the world freely, knowing that God is protecting me? Ain't nothing more fun than that. I don't have to worry about what my enemies are going to do. I don't have to worry about what the enemies of my success are going to do. I don't have to worry about what the people that don't like me are going to do. I don't have to worry about what the people that are haters are going to do. I don't care what they're going to do. I don't care what they're going to say. Because when I go out into the world, what they say doesn't affect me. It goes all the way back to the thing you used to hear as a kid. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say or do bounces off me and comes right back to you. Why? Because I got a weapon named God, homie. I got a weapon named TMH, homie. Here's another thing about depending on people to make you happy. If the key to happiness was externally available, someone would have patented it and put it on the market by now. If happiness was available externally, it would be available in the stores. You might have to pay a premium for it. You might have to buy your happiness on the same shelf you buy your caviar from, or you might have to buy your happiness from the same store you buy your diamonds from, or you might have to buy your happiness from the same place you buy your red bottom shoes from, or you might have to buy your happiness from the same place you buy your Rolls Royce from, or might have to buy your happiness from the same real estate agent you buy your mansion from, or you might have to buy your happiness from the same place you buy your private jet from. But happiness would be available on the market and everybody would have a piece of it. It is not available externally. You can cover it up. You can cover the misery up and serve people a piece of what they perceive to be happy, because people who ain't got no money think money make you happy. People who have money think the peace that came with not having money make you happy. Everybody is envying what everybody else has got because everybody's looking externally to try to find happiness, man. Everybody's looking externally to try to find happiness, but it ain't out there. It's not out there. See, here's what you got to understand. Everyone can only hope to find their own joy. See, you can't waste your life worrying about somebody else's joy and happiness. That's why when men marry under false pretenses, when they marry without being led by the Spirit of the Most High, when they marry without being a man who stands on principles, who stands on the principles and precepts of the Most High, when you go into a situation, you end up worrying about somebody else's happiness. You can only find your own joy. You don't have time to waste in this one life you get focusing on other people's joy. You surround yourself with people who find joy in you being who you need to be, in you being on your mission. That's why I tell you, men, all the time, you cannot make a wife out of a woman who is not invested fully into the process of your progress. If she's not invested fully into the process of your progress, she is no wife of yours. She's somebody else's wife. Whoever process of progress she's going to invest into, that's whose wife she is. You can't beseech God for anyone but yourself long term. Yeah, you could offer some prayers for people. Oh, God, heal them and blah blah blah. But ultimately, you can only beseech God for yourself. You can only develop a relationship with the Most High for yourself. You might be able to introduce somebody to him, but long term, you are responsible for your own spiritual connection with the Most High. And as this world gets worse, as this world gets more shady, as this world relies more on social media validation, as this world relies more on people feeding you lies instead of giving you truth, oh, you got to focus even more and more on your own relationship with the Most High, man. Some people don't care about a relationship with the Most High. Fine. Some people don't even believe there is a God or anything like that. Okay, fine. Those people don't count. They count in other circles. They count in other areas. They count in other aspects. They count in other arenas. They count in other environments. But in the kingdom of Ray, they don't count. So we ain't talking to you. See, here's what you got to remember. And I want y'all to remember this. Most people you meet are joy stillers disguised as life healers. You understand? Most people are joy stillers disguised as life healers because most people are not happy. They only want a piece of your joy. Hopefully, and hoping they can turn you into someone who focuses on their joy. You have to be careful. That's why you don't rush right into anything with anyone, any business relationship, any personal relationship, any intimate relationship. You don't rush right in because most people are joy stealers. And here's the really scary thing about it. Most people are joy stealers and they don't even know. They do it subconsciously. They think they're good people, but they're joy stealers. They think they're life healers, but they're joy stealers. Joy stealers, dream killers. That's what they are, man. And you will find yourself in such a terrible situation, and you'll look back and you won't even remember the road to it because you didn't pay attention, because you thought you were with a life healer. You were hanging with a life healer. You were dealing with a life healer. And the entire time, your joy was being stolen right from under you. And you know why you couldn't see it? Because they were enjoying your joy with you. And you know what? You turned suddenly into a person that needed someone to enjoy your joy with you for your joy to be valid. You know what you became at that point? A person who depended on someone else to make you happy. A person who depended on someone else's relationship with you to validate you, to give you self-value. Oh, it's good being joyous by myself, but there it is. You're like Teddy Pendergrass. It's so good loving somebody when somebody loves you back. That's you. You felt like it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to have the joy that God blessed you with. You had to come and put somebody else in the mix of your joy who didn't even deserve to be there because you couldn't tell the difference between a people pleaser and somebody who was just around to steal your joy for their own leisure. There's a thin line between joy stealers and life healers, man. A very thin line. A very thin line. And if you're not paying attention, if you're not blessed and unstressed, and you ain't got the time to not focus on no mess, and you can look at life through your third eye, not the two that you see the world with, not the nose that you smell the pleasure with, not the eyes that you see the pleasure with, not the ears that you hear the pleasure with, not the hands that you feel the pleasure with. I'm talking about your third eye. Your spirit man has to guide you, or else you will overlook the energy of people and look at their surface on top. You will look at their surface and you will forget about their energy. Once someone has you looking at their surface person and not their spirit person, they got you. They can lead you any way they want to. Because as human beings, the one thing we know what other people like to see. We know what other people like to hear. We know how other people like to feel. We know what other people like to smell. We know all of these things. But what we don't know is how other people move in the spirit world until we open our third eye, our own spirit man, and connect with people spiritually. When you connect with someone spiritually, it don't take a whole lot of time. It takes a very minimal amount of time to find out that this person should not be around my spirit man. But your physical man, hey, your physical man will let the wrong woman come around you because your physical man, hey, guess what he needs? To be in the presence of a physical woman. Your physical man will go in an environment it shouldn't be in because guess what? Oh man, that music sounds so good. He just want to hear some good music. He just want to feel intoxicated and inebriated. He can't protect your spirit, man. Boy, ain't nothing about you physically that could protect your spirit, man. Your spirit, man, is your protection from the evildoers and joy stealers disguised as life healers. And what that does, it keeps you from letting the wrong people get too close. Because when the wrong people get too close, when you allow wicked people to get too close to you, it will cause God to move away from you by default. When God ain't coming close to you, until you start living a life that's pleasing to him, until you start living a life that he wants you to live, until you start becoming the man he put you here to be. Until you start becoming who God put you here to be, he will not come close to you. You have to earn the closeness of God. You have to earn a seat at his table. And when you start letting those people coming around who haven't earned a seat at the table, you can keep the table. God will get up from it. Because as godly as the table is with God sitting at it, it's just a table when he get up and leave it. And so you find yourself separating yourself from God for people. When you spend all that time, all those years, all that blood, sweat, and tears, separating yourself from people so you can get close to God, to get those benefits again, close to God. Now you're going to get that all up for people again? Screening the energy of others is a prerequisite to letting them get close. It don't matter how nice they seem. It don't matter how beautiful she is. It don't matter how much they seem like they want to help. Screening the energy of others is a prerequisite to letting them get close. And most times, you ain't got to get close to screen the energy. If you bypass the energy, you got to let them get close so you can spend time with them, so you can be around them for a while. How long you think it take for somebody to steal your joy if you let them come around your joy indiscriminately? How long you think that's going to take? Screening their energy is a prerequisite to let them get close enough to your energy to be a possible threat to your personal joy. The closer you let people get, the more of a threat they become to your own personal joy. Because the more they find out about you, you know the saying, knowing how to push somebody's buttons. Well, they don't know how to push your buttons until they get close enough to you to see what kind of buttons you got. It's like playing an instrument. If they come around you with drumsticks, they got to get close to find out you're a saxophone. They can't do that with their drumsticks. But if you let them close in the beginning and they know you're a saxophone, they ain't coming with drumsticks. They gonna come ready to play the saxophone. Hey man, I need a saxophonist in my band. Oh, I can't play nothing but the drums. Okay, man. Look, I got to go out of town this week. I'll be back. You go learn how to play just good enough to play the sax because you know what they need. They know what you need. They know what you're about. They know what you own. They know you start telling your whole life to people, man. You start sharing your life story, how you got to your joy, the obstacles you went through, and all of that. Hey, man, listen, the world that we live in makes people talk too much. People talk too much, tell too much. Everybody's a friend. People you never met are a friend. Everybody people you never even see. Some people ain't even got a picture of themselves up on their avatar, and you around here sharing everything. The less private your life becomes, the weaker your spirit man is. Because you forego your spirit man's guidance to be a man of the world. Am I saying you're supposed to go off in a corner and be a monk? No, unless you want to. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have to go into the world understanding the wickedness that is out there, understanding the joy stealers that are out there, understand the haters that are out there, understand the people who will take a chance just to stop your grind and stop your shine, to understand the people who are working on behalf of the enemy of your success to stop you from focusing on that success. You got to go out there, man, full speed ahead with your spirit man out in front of you like a shield, like this. You got to take that spirit man out in front of you like a shield, like this, man. That's your goal. And here's the thing about depending on someone else for your happiness. Depending on someone else for your happiness makes you a slave to their will. Whatever their will is, their wish becomes your command. If you believe that they are responsible for your happiness, if you believe that they are that intricate a part of your happiness, that integral a part of your happiness, that you can't let them go, you can't leave them alone, you become a slave to their will. You got to do what they want you to do in order to get the perceived happiness that you think you're getting from them. When all in all, the only person who can give you happiness is the Most High. Here you are, disrespecting the Most High, disrespecting God, giving man his glory, giving man his power, giving man his respect, giving man his leverage over your life. And the crazy thing is, man can't give you one blessing at all. Can't bless you with nothing. Don't want to bless you with nothing. Your weakness will instantly fracture the relationship because as humans by nature, we take control wherever we can. When you become weak for somebody and your happiness makes you a slave to their will because you believe that they are responsible for your happiness, you become weak in their eyes. And the relationship fractures instantly because they don't respect you anymore. There's that word respect again. See, when you stop respecting yourself, someone else has the right to stop respecting you and they will. You will. Nothing is as true as the saying people will interact with you the way you interact with yourself. People will treat you how you treat you. That is real in every facet of the word, not just in intimate relationships, but in every type of relationship. When you let somebody know, man, that you'll do anything, you'll jump through hoops, guess what they're going to do? Set up some hoops. They're going to set up hoops all in your life. You're going to spend your whole life jumping through hoops because you let them know, hey, I'll jump through a hoop for you. Will you now? Will you? Well, go ahead and jump through that hoop right there. Oh, that was a good job. Oh, you did that one too easy. I got a bigger hoop for you. Jump through that one. Oh, boy, you did good. And let me tell you, we're going to put this one up about 8 feet high. Let's see if you get to the 8-foot hoop. Oh, all right, you clip your foot on that one. Now, you did good, though. You did good. Just your toe. All right, now, we got a gasoline hoop. We got a flaming hoop. And we're going to pour some gasoline on you. And let's see if you can make it through there. That's how it goes. You know who ain't going to make you jump through hoops and give you everything that you earn? God. The Most High is not going to make you jump through hoops. He's going to tell you, hey, you do this right here. And long as he see the best effort you got, he'll still give you some things. Some things that you didn't even make it through the hoop. But guess what? He gave you what was on the other side because he know you gave him your best. When you're dealing with people, the saying is, I gave my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. When you give God your best, you get blessed. Period. See, here's the thing, man. You disrespect God when you empower a person like that. When you look at a person and say, you are my God, because that's what you're saying. If you're going to jump through hoops for somebody, if you direct your appreciation for your own joy and happiness to a person, you are telling that person, you are my God. You are responsible. I must protect you. You are the one who is responsible for all my joy. Now, if we talk about a baby, a kid, yes, a kid looks at a parent as a superhero. And to a baby, you are God. That's just what it is. And that's how it's supposed to be. Because you are literally, you're their God, period. They ain't got no other God. They don't know nothing. But we talking about adults. We ain't talking about your parents. We talking about people you meet in life. We talking about somebody who you believe just because God, even when you give somebody credit for being there in your life when you were down and helping you get up, they didn't do it because they them. God used them as a vessel in your life. God still get the glory for that. Anytime you give man the glory, you just disrespect God because man don't get no glory for nothing. The glory is still God's, man. You know the world we live in. You think people just walking around saying, I'm going to help everybody all I can. I'm so nice. No, even those people, they're their way because God is working through them, using them as a vessel. Even those people, when God has used you as a vessel, you thank God. I thank God for using me as a vessel. I could be doing anything. I could be telling you anything. I could be telling you how to get out here and hustle. I could be telling you how to scam. I could be telling you how to put yourself in a cross with trying to be out here with all these different intimate interactions. But I'm not. I'm here telling you this. I could be used by the enemy of your success, or I could be used by God. What a blessing it is to be used by the Most High. What a blessing it is. Joy is a blessing from God. You can't get it nowhere else. It's a blessing from God for you building a relationship spiritually, your spirit man to the Most High. That's what joy comes. There ain't no other joy. There ain't no other peace of mind. There ain't no other happiness. There ain't no. Why do you think everybody pursuing happiness so much? Listen, they put it in the Constitution, the pursuit of happiness, because they already know there ain't nothing in this environment that's going to give you that happiness. So they didn't tell you anytime you can get happiness. No, you have the right to pursue happiness, and you'll spend your entire life pursuing it, and you'll never find it until you build a relationship with the Most High, man. Plenty of people got money. Does money make life better? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Anybody who tell you money don't make life better is lying to you. It make life a whole lot better. Let me tell you something. There's a whole lot of worries you can have in life, but boy, financial worries are heavy. Financial worries are heavy, man. Let's see, when you eliminate those financial worries, everything else is just a less heavy burden. You can handle everything else when you eliminate those financial burdens. That's why the saying is, it's easier for a camel to get through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven. That's why it says that. It says that because when you get money, you feel like you don't need God. You got money. All of the things a poor person will rely on God for and pray for, when you got money, you eliminate 50% of those things or more, because many of those things are financial burdens. But you still don't get no joy. You still don't get no joy. Peace of mind is joy. When you got to worry about people hating you, you got to worry about people trying to get you and people trying to rob you and people trying to do all of that. Hey, man, that's not joy. If you live a life that's pleasing to God, even your enemies will be at peace with you. And I tell y'all some things on the new King Ray Ray Patreon that's coming up, man. I will share a lot of my experiences that led me to this level of understanding the need to be connected to God, man. I have some stories for you guys. So on the King Ray Ray Patreon coming up, man, I will share some of these things with you all. Again, if you like this kind of content and this is what you want to hear, subscribe to the King Ray Ray channel. King Ray Ray. It's the King. You put King Ray Ray in your YouTube search box, I'm gonna pop up. King Ray Ray. The King Ray Ray Show. Do that. When you disrespect God by empowering another person, you know what God does? He says, okay, let that person give you your blessings. You respecting them? You giving them my glory? If you give them my glory, let them give you my blessings. God ain't no fool, man. You think he don't know that you giving somebody else his glory? You think you don't know that he done bless you with all these blessings and you giving them up by letting the wrong people come around you? You got to protect your space. You got to protect your energy. You got to protect your spirit, man. People have to earn the right to be around you. And they got to do more than just worldly stuff. They got to be connected to God, man. Listen, man, you can't come around me if you ain't connected to the Most High. I don't care what you think you have to offer. If you ain't connected to the Most High, you can't come around me. If within, let me tell you something. If when I meet a woman, man, if within 5 minutes of conversation, spirituality don't come out of her mouth. If whatever we talking about, if within 5 minutes it don't spark a mention of God from her, I'm walking away from the table. If you willing to live your life like you just out here carefree, like you only live once, YOLO, you ain't got no concern about no type of relationship with God, man. I don't care what you got or what you think you can have. I'm not dealing with you. I got energy to protect. I got a spirit, man, to protect. Got a couple of super chats here, man. Let me catch them right quick. Hold up, I got a couple up here, man. Hold up. Okay. All right, I think I already did that one. All right, let's go here. Masculinity Clothing. Appreciate the $5, man. Salute, King Ray Ray, always speaking truth to power. Salute, brother. I appreciate you being in here, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Big Mo, salute, man. Appreciate the dub. Good afternoon, Doc. Just leaving the gym in time for some of the great knowledge. Salute. Stay cold. Salute, brother. Salute. Keep working, man. Keep working. Keep grinding and growing. Got one more down here, I think. NSA Habasi, man. Al Habasi, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the $100 sponsorship of the show. Brother, man. Salute. Salute, man. I hope I said your name right, man. We'll just call you NSA. Al Habsi. Al Habi. NSA Al Habi. We'll call you that. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I know the B or the S is silent. Again, man, appreciate the $100 sponsorship of the show. Try not to keep y'all in here too long, man. Marcus the Great, salute, man. Appreciate the 2 bone. This message isn't gold, it's platinum. Salute, brother. Salute. I appreciate the platinum plaque. Famo, salute. I see you in the building, man. Salute. All right, man. Let's get on back into this. You got to remember, man, misery and stress must be avoided at all costs. Misery and stress must be avoided at all costs. When you're living in misery and with stress, yes, you feel like you need to depend on people to make you happy because you're living with stress from people, from not establishing your relationship with God. So you're gonna rely on people, and you're gonna over prioritize those people and prize those people in an unnecessary way because you haven't eliminated the stress, and they're going to give you a break from the stress, but then when they're not around, you're going to go right back to the stress. So instead of understanding that you need to figure out how to eliminate the stress and the things that cause depression and the misery, then you're going to start relying on that person more and more and more, and so they become valuable in your life simply because you're not developing your relationship with God in a way that's going to clean up your life and give you peace of mind. If you make sure that you have peace of mind, you are never going to have to depend on someone to make you happy. Peace of mind is the key. And no person can give you peace of mind. Peace of mind is a gift from God. If you don't have peace of mind, you're not connected to the Most High. No amount of money is going to give you that peace of mind. None of it's going to give it to you. If you have peace of mind, and here's the thing, I'm not saying you're not going to have to deal with the world. I'm not saying the same issues that come to other people aren't going to come to you. I'm not saying you ain't going to have haters. I'm not saying you ain't going to have people that don't want to see you win. I'm not saying you're not going to have enemies. I'm not saying you're not going to have people that do everything in their power to stop you. I'm saying that when you have a strong relationship with the Most High, you have peace of mind, that stuff don't even bother you. It's just, you just flick it off like a mosquito that can't even pierce your skin. Yes, I'm not saying you're going to be sheltered in a cocoon. I'm saying that those things are going to bounce off you because, like I said, those things are rubber. You're glue. Whatever those people do and say will go right back to them after it bounces off of you. And that's just the reality of it. So listen, man, I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. It's been a phenomenal time, man. Like I said, I don't want to keep y'all in here too long. Let's go ahead. Remember, man, go ahead and subscribe to the King Ray Ray channel. We have phenomenal time over there, man, and we always get live like this, and we always give the glory to the Most High the way we're supposed to, and try to find our way to peace of mind. That is the goal in this life. Find your way to peace of mind. You understand? We're passing too young. We're getting our 50s and we're sliding away from his because we're not developing that peace of mind, man. We're not doing the things we need to do. Peace of mind will guide you in the way, will give you the freedom to get to listen to what God is saying to you and lead you in the proper direction. Without peace of mind, you can't even focus on what God is trying to lead you to, what God is trying to do in your life, man. So listen, I appreciate everybody being in here, man. My squad, I see you in the building, man. SJ3, Famo, I see y'all in here, man. Listen, I appreciate everybody who tuned in, man. All the new subscribers, all the new viewers. I appreciate it. Y'all like this thing on the way out of here, man. I'm gonna catch up with y'all next time, man. Peace.